All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the SANDCAST with Tri Bourne and Travis Mewhirter. Today, we have a special episode. It's the first time we got outside of our studio, and we have by far the best location. It is an undisclosed location. I can't tell you where it's at. But we have a very special guest, my trainer, mentor, friend, Mykel Jenkins.
My man.
Thanks for being on.
How we doing?
I'm good, bro.
Good.
If I was any better, I'd kiss myself. No, I'm good.
This is your dojo right here.
Yeah, man. A lot of magic happens here.
Yeah.
A lot of hard work.
That's right. Well, you could see it on the ground, actually. Literally, because we just hit it hard in the gym. We had Travis come out here and get his first workout.
Got my ass kicked pretty good here today.
A little bit. How did that feel with a little fever you were coming off of, too?
Yeah, I mean, just sweating out the toxins, so
Yeah.
it's exactly what the doctor ordered.
There we go. There we go.
Learned some things. Learned that I can't keep my toes straight. Kept
Yeah,
flaring
hips
on
tight.
out.
Got some situations.
Yeah.
Which I would use if we ever played you and expose your ass to. But
Right there. We already heard why I drive all the way up here.
Exactly.
It's an hour away from my house.
yes,
But,
and that's being kind.
Yeah.
Be further than that. Sometimes when traffic is crazy.
Yep. But
And I'm fully aware of that.
yeah, that's
And
why
I try to be worth it.
I tell you, like, when I come into this gym, sometimes I'm questioning, like, damn, I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be able to drive up here. Like, I got a kid now, and that's a lot of time. But then every time I leave the gym, I'm saying, yep, I'll be back next time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And like 6 years later, I'm still
Here we
coming.
are. Yeah.
Johnny Hyden's up on the wall behind here.
He ain't just up on the wall there. He's on a lot of walls.
Yeah.
It's true. He's on a pier, too.
He's a beast.
Yep.
He made the drive too. He actually didn't relocate for like 5 years because of me. He was relocating when I met him, and he's like, "Well, you're close to where I live now," and I was like, "Right." So his hour track was to the beach.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I guess for him, you know, you got to go to the sand. So it's just like easier if I'm the convenient choice, and that was the hard one. Either way, choices had to be made. So like, I truly have a great deal of respect for like time, and that's an hour of your life you don't get back. Stuck in a car when you're 6'5", which can't be fun, and you know, for that, because you do that, I want to make sure that I'm on top of my game and on top of what we're doing and on top of what you're doing. So like, in the end, when you set your body out on that sand and it's very demanding, you can get it to do things, not just that you wanted to do, but even things you never dreamed you could do.
Yeah.
That's the thing with me. It's like, was it Einstein that said, more powerful than knowledge is imagination? I use knowledge as the box, and then I use my imagination to get way outside of it. So that, so you can play inside the box, and then use your talent to get you to play way outside of it. You know what I mean?
Yep. Got to keep growing.
Oh,
And I mean, I look at it as an investment too. When I'm coming up here, I'm like, okay, I'm smashing into this little car. When I first started coming up, I was smashing into this hybrid. I'm like, but if I keep coming up here, I'm gonna win more money, and I can afford a truck.
Big old
and
truck for
now
you out here.
Now I drive up here in a truck, and it feels a lot better. And I still get the inspiration, the good workouts. Plus, I'm getting the podcast in each way. Now I'm a professional podcaster.
You are straight killing
Damn.
it, dude. You multitask.
Yeah.
That's what babies do.
Yeah.
They teach you that you can do more than one thing.
Yeah, I'm learning that whole new lesson here too. But we mentioned Johnny Hyden earlier. He's the original reason why you're even in the sport of beach volleyball, and you've touched a few people throughout the years. How did you first meet Hyden? Like, how did that whole thing start? I've heard a little bit, but
Through the wife.
yeah, hey, listen. Robin's gonna listen. She's gotta listen to this first of all.
Yes.
And we gotta give her full credit.
Mad respect. Mad props. Mad
That's all
props
you,
to the
Robin.
plug.
Yeah.
Robin, you the plug, baby. I'm telling them the truth right here.
Yep.
I was Robin's guy for a while, and she had a lot of little knickknacks with her. She'd speak about John all the time. I was always kind of inquisitive about an Olympic athlete with his notoriety, his skill set, and she talked about how certain things were hurting on him, and I'd kind of mention some of the things I might try and do. And as fate would have it, he got into a little situation with this or that and just was nagging him. Mm-hmm. So she talked him into coming to see her actor friend, quote unquote. And Johnny's funny because he's a very loyal, like he'll stay loyal even when there's no reason to be. Like, so his first encounter with me, he stood outside my space, and I was like, I can't really help you from out there. I'm good, but I ain't that good. You're gonna have to let me touch it, dog. So he came in and with real skepticism, as he is, and anybody knows Johnny's a very thorough individual. Mm-hmm. When you don't know you and you kind of got the hat to the back or the bandana to the side and you jacked up a little bit. Mm-hmm. That's not quite what he's used to.
It's not the look you see in volleyball.
Right. No, sir. No, sir. I refuse to wear polos, so what we going to do?
Unless it's that Olympic polo.
And
we might get some of those.
I sure will wear that. Get mine small. So the gun show can be, I need mine to fit right. And then he let me play. He was having some shoulder issues. He let me play with it a little bit. Started feeling better. And he would not let me have all his frame. He went and played in a tournament and everything locked up except the shoulders. And he was like, so I'm going to give you the whole frame and we'll see what we do with it. And I told him, we had a whole summer. I said, you won one tournament up to this point, Lambeau. I said, we're gonna do some winning. Because I could tell right away with his special type of science to him. And when it makes sense to him, he's all in. He's like one of the few athletes I've ever met that no matter how difficult the task was I gave him, he would squeeze that thing. Like he would burn and squeeze that burn. Mm-hmm. I thought to myself, man, I'm not worried about you in pressure situations because that's when you thrive. So I just got to get the glute to work, and that's not. And so we went at it and unlocked that damn body of his, and we didn't win. And he's like, he said, I thought you said we were going to win a tournament. I said, we are. He said, I got one left. I said, well, maybe it's that one. Then we get down there, we got close. He's like, nope. Then we got the invitation to King of the Beach. Uh-huh. And I said, there's no better tournament that's going to test your conditioning like everything we've done, because now they got to see how good they are. 18 matches deep,
KOB
17
Vegas.
Matches deep, absolutely.
Vegas.
And he wasn't even invited the first year. The year before me, not invited. We won just enough to get invited. Then he went down there and put work down. It's one of my favorite moments with him. Is like he called me from. This is when I introduced him to the ghetto.
He won the KOB before he even won his first tournament?
Yes. Well, he won the first table with Lambeau.
Oh, he won the first.
And they didn't give him any credit because Lambeau was running it. Right.
Okay.
So that didn't matter. Mm-hmm. His first one where they had to give it to him was that one. And
can't give the credit elsewhere.
Can't go nowhere. It's you. I would have said the word, but we ain't saying that. Brother. So that's when I introduced him to the ghetto bath, the ice. Mm-hmm. He called me from Vegas and he was like, I can't move. I said, that's not true. He's like, I can't, I don't know how I'm gonna go out there and do this. I said, you can do it? Put Robert on the phone. I said, Robin, go down the hallway and get all the ice out the machine and put it in the tub. And I stayed on the phone to make sure he got in it. And we talked for a minute and he said, I think my shoulders are like, I said, here's what I want you to do. I want you to go out there. I want you to throw the ball up and I want you to throw your fucking arm out. Like, I want to see your arm come off your body and land in the fucking sand. We will rebuild that bitch this summer. But you, not today and you gonna go out and throw your fucking arm out. And then we worry about, but you will finish this. He laughed and he was like, okay. I said, I'm tuning in. You know how cheap that dude is.
Oh, yeah.
When you take you out for a steak dinner, you did some work. We're going to Ruth's Chris. I was like, oh, shit. I need the momentum. I need to do something to kind of seal this moment.
Johnny's not going to get an extra avocado on his sandwich if it costs
hey,
too much.
What?
No way.
Unless he can put it in his backpack. While you ain't looking, he'll be like, those for seed. Be in the backyard planting it. Like, I know if we get one avocado,
paid $2 for this extra
I love
avocado.
that.
I'm gonna plant the seed and get a whole tree out of it.
You know, you travel with him, and that's how he is
Yep.
when he plays too. Though that efficiency, that mindset is the reason he's still doing what he does.
He would allow himself like one Reese's peanut. He'd buy a whole king pack of Reese's peanut butter cup. The tournament's 3 days long. It comes with 3, the big ones.
Yeah.
He'd eat 1 per night.
That was his
I'm
treat.
like young. I'm like, all right, 1 per night. All right. I guess
When
that's
I
what
met
we're
him,
doing.
he had a whole
Damn,
back seat full
That's
of.
not much.
Yeah, man, fuel, man. When you really want to get everything out of your body, fuel's important. It's tough for people to really get that. Like our situation when you were like, I eat good. I said, no, you eat good. You don't eat right, but you eat good. Showing me pictures of barbecue with rice and got sweet and sour sauce.
quick
I was
lunch.
like,
I'm
this
from
guy, you balling, bro.
We had some laughs the first time that I came in here, you know, beyond just in the gym, because he had me taking pictures of everything I eat.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not like do this diet or eat clean. It's like I want to see a picture of anything that goes in your body.
Yeah.
So I'm sending pictures, and Angie was in here too at the time. Angie Akers.
Angie Akers.
And
The
John and
Barbie
her.
number
they're like,
1.
you're really gonna send that right now? I'm like, what do you mean? I ate it. I'm just showing him.
Yeah.
They're like, all right. Man, I got chewed out for like everything. I was eating like a handful of carrots before I came in.
He was doing.
I'm like, I ate vegetables. Are you kidding me?
I'll tell you a try story.
I don't know the function of each and every food at that time, so I'm just like, I don't know.
I'll tell you a try story he will try and deny. Brownie, get your muscular ass up off the wire, bro.
Hey, we got a different podcast mascot.
Yeah, we got
today.
new animals.
My ball. That's the boss right there. So Try and I get into a discussion about food.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't really have a problem with what I'm doing. I said, okay. Him and Johnny went off and took like a 17th or some shit.
Yeah.
And he came back and I said, it's your fuel, bro. He's like, I tell you what, I'm going to switch my fuel up. And then we're going to see.
Yeah.
I said, 3 weeks, bro. I said, give it 3 weeks. He's like, oh, we're good. So I'm going to tell you what to do. So he ate it. They went out. It took a night. I said 3 weeks. He kept going. By the 3rd week,
Got their win?
we were on Sunday. He came back and said, okay. And it's been done ever since. We've been done. I was like, yeah, bro. Come on, man. Because late in the matches, that barbecue sauce start bubbling. They make you do things you shouldn't be doing. It'd be like, you can do this one time for the Gipper. How about no? How about we play long and outlast these fools?
Yeah.
That's just your status quo, though, you know? Like, your whole life you're eating a certain way, so you're like, this is good.
Yeah.
And then when you feel really good, you're like, oh, didn't know that level was there.
Right.
Absolutely.
Then once you go there, you can't
Problem
go
is
back
you can't
again.
go back, because you're like, you go back to your normal and you're like, damn, I feel like shit all the time.
That's a salute to your vision.
Mm-hmm.
Like God gives everybody a vision. Most people are in denial of it because they think it's beyond their reach. I met you, and from the first time I met you, you know the reason why. You know, Johnny told me, he's like, I got this kid I want you to meet. I said, I don't, if he's in the top 5, he said, no. I said, why am I meeting him, bro? You're not 20. Like, I need vets.
Yeah.
I'm on that shit. You know what I mean? And I need somebody that can feel in the face. We don't stand a you know.
Johnny was 40 at the time.
Yeah.
When I came out,
And Tri comes in here, slow Hawaiian ass, and I'm like, what the fuck is? Hurry up already! What are we doing? And we start training. You know, I see where we can get some things done because he's not really as polished.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, so you're into like working people out, projects at 40? He's like, just keep going. So we kept going. He jumped a couple times in, and I saw what he was seeing. I'm like, yeah, but it's one out of every 3.
Right.
He's like, yeah, but you'll get his feet right. And I was like, you. I'm not sold. He's like, well, you're gonna call it. And then I started talking to Troy.
Yeah.
And I turned to Johnny and said some fly shit. I don't know if I should say this out loud because this guy might, okay. I turned to Johnny and said some fly shit about Phil and Try, you know how he walks. He's walking out the gym, he said, fuck Phil. I turned to Johnny and said, I like this fucking kid right here. Fuck Phil. This is what we need. We need a motherfucker who will look this guy in the face and say, fuck you. You're taking my money. Go fuck yourself. I'm the dude. And I had met these. All these niggas wanted, autographs and splitting sandwiches with the dude that's robbing them.
Yeah.
And I was like, once he did that shit, I turned right to Johnny. I was like, that's the dude.
That's your guy.
Because wherever, and he said it, it wasn't like trying to prove anything. He was just walking away and said, fuck Phil. And I was like, this nigga ain't want shit. And he said, fuck Phil. Oh, shit. Fuck Phil became like my motto in this bitch. I put it on the mirror. Fuck Phil. Let's go fuck Phil. That's what I want to do. Fuck Phil. Because Phil is the best in the world. Let's get it.
Yeah.
And
well, from my perspective, it was like, how are we supposed to beat him?
Exactly.
Why are we even playing if we don't believe we can beat? And everyone on the beach when I came out was like sucking up to,
it's true.
but
it's the truth.
Oh, if Phil's hitting, then you can't do this. Or if Phil's blocking. I'm like, well, you already beat if that's our attitude.
Right.
It's true.
It's like he might be that good, which he was gnarly and is gnarly, but I'm like, we're already beat. We're just giving in if we just have this attitude already.
Yeah,
So,
all of it was true.
Yeah.
It's just
what that fucking got to do about
mindset.
you?
Right.
That means you're not even allowing your body to imagine doing something beyond the normal, because the normal's not beating him.
Right.
So you're going to have to do something at 6'5". That's special, and it starts with the mindset. When he said that shit, I was like, let's go. And from that point on, I knew, and then his work ethic, and then he's like, I don't really train a lot because he didn't really trust certain things, and I love that because his body wasn't broke up.
Right.
It wasn't as strong as I liked it, but it wasn't broke.
Yeah.
And then, like, his commitment and desire to win, and like tries his damage, he's just starting. Like he's gonna do some damage. And Johnny, just like the greats, they know. Like they know when they're in the room with something special.
Yeah.
Cause it took 45 minutes before I saw it.
Right.
I was like, what are we doing? We're gonna take 10th 100 times before we figures it out.
Right.
And then, like, he just got shit fast.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, I mean, he used to thunder in here, boom, boom, heavy-ass feet. I'm like, oh, my God, he's going to break my self-made floor. And then, and then it got to where, like, it's like a Rocky movie. This shit was like, boom, 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 and Johnny's going, boom, 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 and I'm like, oh, God. And then about 5 months in, it was like, I would close my eyes. That's how you know.
Yeah.
And when I could not tell whose feet were landing,
Yeah.
I knew we were onto something.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, fuck. They sound like, it was just like, so if I was to do this movie, it would be like, boom, boom, and then through a series of like, just flashes, the feet would start going, and then before you know it, you just hear the sound, yes! Put a hip-hop beat on it, drop an 808 on it, and it's the 2020 version. Yeah, so like, special is, it pops to the eye. It's easy to see. And if you're looking for it, it's just hard to get.
Yeah.
And, I've been fortunate enough to be a part of some remarkable situations because I've dealt with some remarkable people. And that's why I'm very, like, selective and basically shut off. Because whatever the result of the dream is, you're part of it. And I don't like heartbreak. I like Hollywood endings.
Yeah.
So if I don't see a Hollywood ending coming, I'm not participating. Like, why do I want to sign up for that? 8 months of misery. No, I like champagne. I don't drink it, but I sure like to hold it. And I like to spray it up in the air and bathe in it. It's good for the skin.
We make him take a few sips if bring that gold up in here.
It's the only poison I've ever put in my frame is when gold is brought up in the crib. You have to do special shit. Otherwise, I ain't touching it.
Yeah.
So you got kind of involved in beach with Hyden's wife.
Yes.
But it seems like you have like a pretty deep knowledge of how to get beach players fit for that sport specifically.
Yes.
So like, you talked about kind of the learning process that Tri, but you must have had a pretty quick learning curve yourself, kind of figuring out how to get these guys moving how they should on the beach.
The beauty of sport when it's played right, it's why people swarm to come and see it, is it's basically beautiful mathematics. It's like watching a pool shark work the angles on the pool table when all you're really seeing is balls go in. But what he's seeing is like a matrix, you know what I mean? When it's beautiful. And I didn't want to assume that I knew the angles, so I watched a lot of practice.
Yeah.
Which is why I came in with this 3x3 mat and realized that well, I'm gonna leave that alone. I discovered some things, you know what I mean? And I was watching it and I said, this is a completely different concept of how to go about, because the ground is sinking. So it's like, it works against a lot of the natural philosophies.
Right.
You got to consider that, and people don't.
Yeah.
And so, like, I've just played around with a lot of the founded information and used it like a computer scientist who like understands how computers work, but all of a sudden they get inside of it and they can make their fucking computer do far more than your shit.
Yeah.
He got a Mac and you got a Mac, but he doing editing and shit on his shit and you looking at the shit. Like, so like, it just came from working at track and working at football and working at baseball and working at the understanding of speed and like in different ways and trying to like not injure the frame while you're trying to pull everything out of it. Just trying to think about how these people are really going, the concepts that are really necessary for vertical and like how it's being betrayed by certain other things.
Yeah.
So once I love that about the unknown. It's like, okay, we know this and we know that, but what happens if we take that and do that and then this? And when you have a fine-tuned elite athlete, their natural tendencies are help your philosophy. You understand?
Yeah.
So like if I go take this and take that and do this, it's not dangerous in the hands of a fucking elite athlete. It's extremely dangerous in the hand of an average athlete.
Yeah.
Because they're going to fall on their face. But you can learn by putting the mechanism into a situation and then seeing how it functions.
Right.
Which is how most things are discovered. So it's just about like, it takes a lot of time to consider the athlete, what they do well, what they don't do well, and their dynamics, long arms, long legs, like short torso or long torso, like a lot of that, how they handle wind resistance,
right.
Treat them like cars. Like, look at Mykel Phelps. As soon as they decided he was special, he trained no weights. It makes you heavy. Everybody sinks in the water. That motherfucker came along. They were like, he'll be cleaning and jerking, and he's all in the gym with weights. You know, because what you have on your hands is a special athlete. So, like, all those rules only apply to people who are afraid. It's like, how are you ever going to get everything out of this body when you can't even possibly understand all things that are possible when you're not willing to do anything new? You're not willing to try anything different. Somebody 6'5" don't stand a chance against Phil. Yeah. Just the naturalness of the bigger, stronger, taller player, and you're not doing anything to make yourself quicker, faster, or special, you can't win. Yeah. It's like you're done. He gonna put you in the phone booth, call up your mama, date your girlfriend, throw all the bitches away, take your money, and go home and have a steak dinner. And you're gonna be by yourself with a Spam plate. So I am enticed by, like every single day I try to create something new that is not only interesting to the athlete that's coming to me, but scientifically sound and works. So like I love it when I do some shit I've never done before.
Yeah. Do you know I'm ADD?
So you're ADD. Yeah, you're special
when
ADD.
When things get stagnant, he knows. My line of vision.
Your attention's
taken off.
Yeah,
you
bro.
start seeing the ocean out there somewhere.
That's one of the coolest things that I like. The concept of what he calls finding your music.
Yeah.
For me was like really cool because I was always used to doing these weight routines and I get super good at it. I'm like, yeah, I'm killing this workout.
Right.
But he would do workouts where, okay, I found it. I found that rhythm. I can hit every exercise, and then he'd switch it. Now do that, but backwards. I'm like, what? Damn it! I just got the other one down. And then I realized he just will switch it always. Like, you're never comfortable.
Yeah.
So your whole gym session turns into finding your music, which is in that, like, flow state where you're hitting it perfect. So, like, my first 2 or 3 reps are always finding it. But, like, on the beach, how often are you balanced? You never know where the ball's going. You never know where anything. So now your body's just naturally balanced, in the chaos.
Right.
You know? And that's what I love about it. It's like, now I'm learning how to find my rhythm and balance and music, as he calls it, at all times. Like, that's the workout. It's
You're
not
comfortable being uncomfortable all the time.
Right. It's not about killing that workout. It's about finding it by the 10th rep or however many reps, and then knowing he's just gonna switch it.
Yeah.
You know.
And the beauty, oh man, that was first of all very beautifully played out. I never realized you listened that closely to that. But that was very beautifully said. And if
the reason I keep coming back.
I invite all you out there to do this. The next time you see an average athlete, close your eyes and listen to the sound of the game and watch how sloppy it is. It's like, it's like somebody with a drum set that don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Even breath.
And yeah.
You'll hear the breath.
And then go watch someone special and close your eyes and listen to the way that individual's music plays in your ear. You don't realize it because you're caught up in what you think you see, but it's just like a great movie. The soundtrack of that motherfucker, like if you took the soundtrack of Rocky, you're not watching it. Mm-hmm. But they get it's the eye of the tiger, it's the, and you're like,
damn,
I'm gonna go mix somebody up. I'm gonna make somebody buy me some candy. Like, it is a sweet, like Mewhirter, there's a sweet science to.
You could play his movie without music, and it would sound good. It'd be,
yes. Yeah. Like, you can hear it, bro.
The gym guy would be like,
boom, boom, boom. And then you might hear a couple, how much more? How much more time? If the music is beautiful. In fact, that's how I know when you guys are playing well. I don't listen. I don't want to disrespect the people who announce the game, but they can really get on my nerves sometimes because they lack real proper understanding to how difficult it is to play the sport and what those athletes out there are doing, even when they're not winning. It's like you have no idea how difficult it is to move in the sand in splits, in milliseconds. Like, the body already has to be moving in the thought process for you to change that thought and be able to catch some of the off sound in this game. So I turn it down. And I watch. And I know when to turn it up. I know. Because I can see the violins line up and the tuba come in, and I'm like, turn the volume up. Because then it don't matter what they say. You can hear the beauty of the game. So, like, that excites me, bro. That excites the shit out of me. Sometimes I don't even look up at Tri, or if I have Tri in here and we're playing, I drop my whole frame down to his hips, knees, and feet. And I don't look at his face and all that. All this shit could distract my movie. I just watch his feet, listen to the way they're moving, listen to the way the arms, the breath. Like, I just let it hypnotize me. And when it's off, it catches my ear. And my ear catches my eye, and I'm like, what the fuck was that? And then I can see it, and I'm like, okay, what do we want to do to fix it? It's like, there are a lot of times I might not look at his face for a full hour and 15 minutes. I don't see anything up here because I know of his base, because what he does up here, people should not, don't do. Don't watch Tri on film sometimes and do what you think he can do. Like that Superman shit he does where he looks like he's underneath himself and then he's like off in the angle against his natural flow of his body. There are certain things these players can do that aren't going to make sense scientifically. That's why you come out and see it. But they're just making that up. They're just making that. It's like a jazz artist who just starts riffing. Like, he's just riffing. Something tells him in his ear, lean, and he just contorts his fucking frame. All I'm worried about is whether or not he's landing in his base and whether he explodes from it. And if we have that, it's like Kobe's fadeaway. Like, that's not normal. Shooting and fading away from the basket. I've been taught my whole life, you shoot leaning toward the basket. But if you're Kobe Bryant, you can make a living shooting away from that shit. In fact, legendary
now
shit.
Everyone else wants to.
Now everybody's doing it. Now everybody believes you don't have to play out. Now he teaches you, play outside the box. Yep. That's why we come out for the special ones. Mm-hmm. They're going to teach you to play, that you can play outside the box. The possibilities are endless. Trainer has to have that mindset. The nutritionist needs to have that mindset. Like, everybody don't function off everything the same way. So I am fortunate because I'm a difficult person to relate to because I have so many different facets to me, and I'm an artist. But I relate passion and excellence transcend. So if you're about that business, and I catch wind of you, and you somehow find me, and God is meant for us to join forces, can't nothing but special shit happen. Like, it's supposed to be special. Like, I used to tell Tri all the time, God forgive me, what you need is a plight. You're like a spoiled, like, you went from nobody to John Hyden, and now you're just killing people. You think this shit's easy. Right. He spent fucking 10 years before anybody like you, looked at him. Yeah. Like, 10 years of oblivion. Like, we don't know you, and like, here you are, just candy handed to you. We need a plight. But I just was saying that shit. And then we got one. And I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. And see this kid coming, he's all swole up. I'm like, what the fuck you eating, bro? You like salt overdosing? I'm gonna fucking kill you today. And I basically tried to fucking...
because I came back from winter vacation.
Everything's swole up like he's...
I go to Hawaii for 3 weeks or so, and...
You know what I'm thinking?
I was hitting the gym hard, too, though. Yeah. I had a trainer out there getting it, but then I came back, and I'm, like, tired in here, and Hyden's, like, just looking at me weird. He didn't want to say anything. Yeah. And then he's like, you're not going to Hawaii next year?
That shit's out.
No more spam rolls for Tri.
Like, that's kind of me, though, like... How am I gonna not go to Hawaii? I gotta go home.
I'm like, you can't go home and look like you can't control yourself. Look at your fucking self. You tired? I'm just working him, bro. I don't know, it just looked different. And then we found out that, it is different. And the funny thing is, like, never once, we just waited for it to be done with. We was like, find somebody. We got to get somebody out the box who's thinking beyond these idiots. We're going to find that, fix it, go. But what we're not going to do is go backwards trying to go forward. So there's no quitting, nothing. When you can make it, we go to work. We're just going to work ourselves into this plus. You know what I mean? Then he walks away from me, and I'm thinking, my mother just got a transplant from my wife. She took a kidney out of my wife's body because none of us matched it. Now, if you can do that, if you can make my wife, of all the motherfuckers in the world who could have a kidney to give her, have the kidney that matches my mother's, you can do this.
Yeah.
We just have to be patient and trust. And he'd come over here like just shrinking. I was like, oh, those beautiful legs they're not there. And I'm trying to worry a little bit. But I'm a very spiritual guy. And I just pray about it. And he's like, I told you already it's going to happen. You have to be patient. And don't be worried he's worried. You be right. People call me shit. So I was trying to say, he's coming. Now he's here. And I love it because I told him he was coming.
Yeah.
Even when they thought he wasn't. And I was like, miracles happen every day for a far less deserving person. And there's no way we've done all that shit. Finally got his music, finally got his body right, finally got his mind where he's like, and he's met the best and he's beat them. Like, that doesn't happen unless there is a story to be told. You see what I'm saying? It's like, now you've done the work, bro. You shall reap the fruit. And I'm not going anywhere. And the truth of it is like, Tri's the only other player I've ever trained outside of Johnny, because every time he'd break up with a partner, he'd be like, he's off. I was like, no problem. Yeah. I'm loyal to you. But then, you spend 365 days with a guy who's fighting something like that. And when Johnny and him had moved on, like, I'm still training Johnny, and we're fighting partners, and he's playing the game. I'm like, but me and Tri are in this space alone. He, I, and the Wonder Woman. And I'm like, yeah, we're on another journey right now. So as soon as he popped back on, Giant was like, I was like, you can't even talk to me about it, dog. Like, I'm not talking about it. We're in a different, we're going to do what we do, and you're going to be special because you are. Yeah. And then I'm going to do what I do with this young man because we're on some other thing. And he understands, he calls him the kid. Because Johnny just got mad respect. Tri earned it. We don't talk much about Tri. We just call him the kid. Yeah. I was a kid. I said, he's good. Now let's get on you. So it's like.
I remember it took one call because I knew how it was. It's like Mykels was John. I was in the gym because I was John's partner.
Yeah.
And that was like years in. You know, we were together, what, 4 or 5 years? And then, so I asked, I was like, I mean, I know how it is.
Right.
You're John's guy, even though we've been together 4 years.
Yeah.
And he's like, nah, don't worry about it. We're already good. I'm like, all right, then I'll see you because the doctor just said I could sweat for the first time in a year and a half.
That was hard,
and it was
bro.
a go.
That was really hard. You know I got love for you, Tri, because I'm Southern, man. And I hate people that don't back each other. And, like, I've been through a lot with Johnny in a lot of pits. And he's never, ever betrayed my trust. So it's all love for this young man. And if he had not fought like that, through that shit, and stayed coming and dropping off and believing and focused, then maybe I wouldn't have felt as part of it. But it's like, now I'm on the ride, and this is part of my dream, and you can't. And to Johnny's fucking credit, he didn't even push. He was like, because he knows me, you know what I mean? He knows I am, and he just was like, and you know how it is, yo. If you want to beat somebody, you want to beat them at the best. No, you don't want to arm your competition.
Right. But
we family. This ain't competition. It's competition when it's time. And if God says that we meet, we meet. And on that day, the best man will walk. But what God gave him, talent-wise, Tri doesn't have. And what Tri has, Johnny don't.
Yeah.
So it's like, I love people like, who do you want to win? You know, I want to win? Whoever wins. Because guess what? I win both ways. Because if I see a problem that Johnny exposes, me and Tri got work to do.
Yeah.
If I see a problem Tri exposes, me and Johnny got work to do. And then the other motherfucker, we drinking champagne. What? I don't lose, bro. I just learn. I don't lose. So it's if it wasn't, you know, I also, you know, train them.
On the girl side, you get
some
to
other girl. Well, that wasn't gonna happen without. If you hadn't opened the gate, like I trained no other beach volleyball player. Johnny just wanted it like he wanted it, and I didn't mind it because I don't need clients.
Yeah.
But then I Tri took me on another job. I'm like, I like this shit. When I like this shit, I like it.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, Evie, don't send me no boys because I got my team.
Because Evie has been on. Forever. Obviously coaching John forever and then coaching us. Yeah. So he became close to Mykel. Evie was up in here, John had him up in here at the tail end of his career. Yep. He was coaching while playing at the end. Okay. And then, so now Evie's on the women's side, and you got your contact over there. Getting to dabble with a few pretty good athletes. Against my will again. Like, I only saw them one time because it was like, I'm gonna see Tracy one time because you begged me, and then the Emily and Kelly were supposed to come first. Yeah. But they were doing something, and he's like, I got one more. I said, Evie, I don't need clients. Johnny was at Tennessee, so I had a little space. Right. Tri was, doing what he does. And so like he sends over Tracy, and I'm like, I like her fucking work ethic.
She gets after it.
Like a dog, bro. And I was like, okay. But I promised Evie I'd see Kelly and Emily, so like, we good, T. And then I met Kelly and Emily, I'm like, well, we got a problem because I'm definitely signing on for this because like 5 or 6, it's the Tri thing. It's like, I don't know, she's 6'2" and whatever. And then we did a few things and I was like,
I mean, just look at Emily Stockman. Like, you know she likes to get it in the gym. Yeah.
They raved about you, too, by the way.
Man, they are
Emily
fucking...
And they got their best finish of their career last year.
Oh, yeah, we tasted champagne, baby. I got another bottle in the freezer. I got 2, actually. And they need to be popped. I'm not saying... Because the freezer... Oh, thank you. Yeah, bro, they are some dogs, bro. Those girls that I train... I'm satisfied. Like, I got dogs on both ends. My heart is, like, full. I'm good. I just It's just fucked up that we can't all taste champagne at the same time.
Yeah.
It's not no co-ed league where I can just take 5 athletes and go like, ding,
Yeah.
and then we just kick everybody's ass and drink champagne. It's not what it's going to be. So it's just like God has the path.
You know it's real when it's happened so organically. Like, you didn't even want it to happen.
No.
Right? But it's like, I have to. It's
Yeah.
too good.
Yes.
This is too
Just
good.
keeps coming to you.
Yeah.
This is why I now don't see other people. He's asked me a couple times for this. I'm like, do not send them over here.
Like
I
it
do
too
not
much?
want to be part of that shit. No, because once you see something special, God takes over. It's like, oh, well, you.
Well,
yeah.
even the national team's in my ear about you all the time. So, Mykel, like, you know, you're like this mystical creature.
I like it like that.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm doing this podcast like, this is a violation of the rules. I'm
I
supposed
know.
to just be the guy
I know, you usually...
ducked off in the corner.
Dark
I'm
Knight.
Gabby's actor
You're-
friend.
when you're on camera, it's usually in Hollywood. It's
Yeah,
on a
bro.
movie or
I don't be
something.
doing,
It's too good, though. I had to.
yeah, only for you.
You know it's my show.
And
so-
only for you. Yeah, only for you. And I told Kelly and Emily, I'm like, y'all done the podcast yet? And they were like, yeah, we did this last month. I'm like, what? You didn't tell me? Try pull the tape. I need to hear this. Because I was like, I'm going to talk to these boys and see if they can't put you guys in the light a little bit. And she's like, we done it already. Oh, okay. So I'm late. She's like, yeah. I said, okay, well, I'm going to do it, but I ain't going to say much. She's like,
And here
okay.
we are.
Talking my ass off.
Here we are.
I ain't gonna say much. As soon as I'm finished talking, I ain't gonna say much. It's like crazy. Yeah, I'm very excited, bro.
Yes, you wear a couple different hats, right? I mean, you're training. You mentioned that you train, basketball and track, and then now you're doing beach volleyball.
Football.
And then I saw some of your posters in there in the
Yeah,
house. You're an
yeah.
actor. You got
Director,
a lot of good
writer.
things going on.
He's actually
You're a
worked
director?
with Gabby a little bit.
Yeah, I'm a director, writer, and actor. Listen, yeah, Gabby came through. Yeah, we on Amazon Prime right now with that joint. Well, no, we're not. Did I tell you that we just, because I sent you the contract. Yeah, we just got distribution on this film Gabby's in with me called Two Wolves. You're going to see it. When it drops, look for it. It's not that I wear one hat.
Okay.
Either I'm passionate and totally in love with what's happening. People are like, yeah, but see, training is like directing. Like, you do the research, you understand what you're trying to accomplish in the scene, you let the improv happen, and you set the environment. I mean, it's the same thing. And then you demand from the actor or the athlete what's necessary in order for the vision of the big picture to be seen. And so, like, for me, it's all just a bunch of wonderful movie scripts. So, like, I don't do nothing I'm not passionate about. I don't do nothing I'm not in love with. I might sleep 4 hours a day because I can't wait to get up. Most
Right.
motherfuckers can't wait to go to sleep. Never exhausted. I've been brokenhearted before, and because I've been brokenhearted, which is why on my chest I have those 2 masks. It's like, I've been in tragic situations, and I've been in champagne showers. So, like, I don't put nothing in my body that isn't right, so I can experience the lowest and be like, I'm still fucking standing, and I can experience the highest and be like, yeah, and I'm humbled to my knees. It's like, I just love that about life.
Yeah.
So if I see an artist, which I think all athletes who do the game beautifully are, it's bad. I want to be part of the movie. Like, I just got to get in it.
Yeah.
Whether I'm directing it, whether I'm shooting a motherfucker, whether I'm editing it, I just have to be part of it. So it's really one hat. If I don't see you as a character in the movie, we don't ever meet on the set.
Yeah.
And if I do, then we're gonna see that fucking movie through. Because it has to be on the big screen where everybody can see it. So that hopefully it changes lives. Like, I can't wait for John to write his book. And because we're on like the final chapters of this encyclopedia.
Right.
And
big
and,
book.
and I can't,
Yeah.
it's a big, beautiful book.
Yeah.
And I can't wait for Tri to write his fucking book. I can't wait for my girls to write their fucking book. And I get to be like in some of those chapters. I'm loving that, bro. I just don't do anything that I'm not passionately driven to do without people that I don't care tremendously about, period. So when people ask me, can such and such go, no, motherfucking don't want to. Like, I'm happy. Why would I introduce another actor into this movie? Fuck the movie up. Like,
Right.
I liked the movie the way it was going.
Yeah.
The script ain't even written yet. We're still writing scripts and changing, getting pink slips and pink sheets. You know what that is? When you get that little thing at the beginning of the morning where they done changed all the lyrics, all the words, all the moments, and you got to recreate, but you take the same character into different situations. That's all I want. I want to build characters that can handle any situation and then watch how they handle it. That's captivating to me.
Yeah.
You know, on that tattoo it has, in the depth of winter is in me lays an invincible summer. That's how I see myself and almost everybody I play with. It's like, let's get into the depth of it. Let's get in trouble. Let's get in deep.
Like go through it.
So
you know, a lot of people like to get around all that.
Yeah.
All that juice. Or
Yeah.
Juice is worth the squeeze.
Oh
right?
my God.
That's what's been on your mirror for years.
Yes. So if you don't know what that is, bro, you know what it is to look in the mirror and watch your whole fucking career flash in front of your face and then ask yourself, do you really wanna? Because you can just quit right now and do something else. I don't wanna fuck with you. Mm-hmm. I love that I met Johnny on the tail end of his shit with no victories and one victory and like all that doubt. Cause like a phoenix, that motherfucker rose from the sand, you understand? Mm-hmm. And I'm the nigga in the back like, tick, 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 tick. You know what I mean? Fucking matrixing and shit.
Yeah.
And I loved it. Tri was fucking counted out dead. Like, I was at the funeral down in Forest Lawn. I know I saw it. And then, like, Jesus, he just rolls out the motherfucking grave like, not yet, motherfuckers, not yet.
I've been studying. I've been
Not
watching
yet. I see room. And I'm here now to claim mine. So, like, where else in life am I gonna get that?
I love that concept of like looking at it from an artist's perspective, because like you got to realize that there's value in bringing you to whatever it is. And I think a lot of athletes, especially, you get stuck in that pipeline. We kind of talk about it a lot. It's like you're supposed to do things a certain way. You listen to your coaches who tell you, but if you're going to the highest levels, you're passing those coaches that have taught you over the years, right? Like that coach who taught you in elementary, you've used what he's taken, now you're going to the next level. And you're constantly having to like put your own mark on everything. But I think a lot of people get stuck in like, this is what's supposed to be done because this is what I've seen.
Right.
Whereas if you come at like with a neutral perspective and like, I'm just going to put me on it, whatever comes out in the moment, and you're really good at that, which actors are, that's like their expertise, right? Mm-hmm. And I've been lucky to learn that being around him and obviously Gabby. That's when like you start getting those true fans and followers, and people start buying in and listening to you and really wanting to watch. And at the end of the day, actor, volleyball,
it's all
sport,
art, bro.
We're entertainers with
big
our
time
art,
entertainers.
and our art is us.
Yes.
Right? So it's that authenticity. How authentic can you be? Whether it's in here when no one's looking, which is what I love about this dark gym that we're in.
The pit, yeah.
No one's here. No one knows where we're at.
Fuck no.
But also when the lights are on and it's bright, I'm like, yeah, straight from the black hole.
Yeah.
Into black gold.
Here in Rome, in the stadium or whatever
Damn
it is,
right.
and the lights are on, and it's like, yep, I put in the work, so now it's time to shine.
Showtime.
Yep.
You know what's interesting, really fucking interesting, is Usain Bolt's gate work is horrible. Coming out the fucking start, horrible. All off, he's tall early, like all against track, against all the rules.
Yeah.
And Gatling is the most sound, perfectly sprinted motherfucker ever. It comes out the gate, the hands, like all efficient. But there's only one billionaire in the track field.
Yeah.
Game, and that he violates all of them.
Yeah.
And when they tried to change that start, he couldn't. They almost fucked with his superpower.
Right.
And I knew that. It's like, stop trying to make him Carl Lewis. Let him be him, because you don't even understand. It's against the science what the hell he's doing.
He's just planning out his pose on the finish line.
Most people accelerate in the first 40 yards and decelerate in the last 60. This guy was slow in the first 40 yards and accelerated in the last 60. So his drop didn't happen to the 80, and most normal people are dropping at the 40. So when their heads are up, they're getting slower.
Right.
His somehow, some way faster. And that's I see one of those and I go, fuck the box. But the problem with the new generation is they don't know the box.
Right.
They just want to go fuck the box and do this shit and then snap broke their necks. You know what I mean? It's like, no. It's not fuck the box till you know what the box is.
Yeah.
The box exists for a reason because the know-how is absolutely necessary in order for you to say fuck the box. But you can't shoot the rocket to the sky without putting the rocket engines in and trusting that part of the process. Now, you might have all these space shuttles and all this television now where you can do new shit and eat new shit and like mess with gravity, but you still gotta have rockets.
Yeah.
These kids.
You gotta be outside of your comfort zone, but inside of chaos, right?
Because
I
absolutely.
Saw that. They were talking about that at practice the other day. Get outside your comfort zone, but you gotta know where that limit is to where now you're just floating.
Yeah.
No, just out of control.
Just, I don't know what's happening.
Right.
You know, you're not. That's where learning exists, right? I think is the point.
Yes, and if you don't know the basic foundation of how things work, then winning is never, ever going to champion. The sweet taste of victory will never quench your thirst because you can't violate the rules until you know them. Mm-hmm. It's what terrorists do, which is what I love about them. They commit fully to what they want to do. They pretend to be exactly what you told them they needed to be. Then they get inside your ass because you let them in, and then they go, surprise! I'm not following any of those rules. I'm doing this shit. I'm like, why can't that be done by the people who mean to do well? It's like, get inside, understanding how to make that work. And then once you're inside of it, blow that shit up. Because it's grounded already in technique. Now, what can you learn in the chaos? But people don't want to learn the box. They want to say fuck everything and do the quick thing. You know, that's going to get you as hurt. Mm-hmm. So I respect the rules and I respect how you got to play them, but I don't have any idea, and don't want to know what's going to happen when the conflict explodes and the plot deepens and the artists get caught into the situation.
You make me think of the Joker.
You're thinking about Germany.
When we watched the Joker.
I'm thinking about Germany.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, shit, here comes Bruno. Bye, Bruno. Oh, shit. Here it comes. Let's go! Turn up the computer, because I don't have it on TV yet.
Yeah, World Tour's not there yet.
No, but man, I ain't mad at them. I'm seeing real good on that 32-inch Apple.
Yeah.
Like, they've gotten much better.
Yeah, the streams look good.
Yeah.
I don't sleep much during volleyball season.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're on the opposite time
And I
zones
love
at that
it.
point.
I don't care. I can't sleep. You're not sleeping. My athletes are
You thought you were just getting John, and now you're watching Tri's film. You're probably watching Kelly and Emily.
Probably.
Staying up.
Probably. There's two. What do you mean probably? I don't understand people that try to train people they don't watch.
Yeah.
It's a different athlete. They're different people. You can't treat Jack Nicholson like you treat Denzel.
Right.
You get your fucking ass left out with nobody in the movie. Like, you've got to respect big-time players. And you've got to respect their talent, and you've got to respect what they like. Like, a lot of trainers don't get it. It's like, if you don't give a little candy to the elite athlete, at some point he loses faith in you. It's like, yeah, I work on the weaknesses, but man, I mix in just enough shit that they do very well.
Right.
So they, the swag is important.
Yeah. Strutting around the gym a little.
The swag.
I let them know every once in a while, I
Yes.
let the cutoffs in here and be like, I mean, tries have luck, but I don't even gotta say it.
Absolutely.
You're over here bodybuilding for your acting part.
I got no problem with looking as good as you play, bro.
I'll walk in and this guy will be like, biceps have doubled in size in like 5 days. I'm like, what? just
Yeah.
sculpting every little thing.
Sculpting
Like,
is
hey,
right.
let me get a little bit of that sculpt.
I'm not
be out
mad
there
at
without
you.
a shirt on.
You know you look nice out there.
Yeah.
You look like a little Thor. I'm like, like, you know when I put my hands on something, because the bodies, I mean, look at the bodies I get the pleasure to play with. Johnny Hyden, we've morphosized his shit 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
Tri, Emily, Kelly, Tracy, like, you could line those 5 bodies up against anything out there in the sand and be like, yo, these fucking athletes are tuned up,
Yeah.
prime, and ready to roll. If you was at the steakhouse, that's the first 5 steaks, right there on the high price menu. That's them. Then you get down to some of the
There's
desserts.
The market priced items.
Yes, and I say it all the time. Like, we expect elite to look like LeBron, to look like Kobe Bryant, to look like the mailman, to look like we know elite. We expect it to look a certain way, and it normally does. Period. So, I'm about pushing athletes to the edge, and it takes a special athlete to walk on that. Most athletes do not like walking on the edge.
Yeah. It's, well, first of all, I know, like you said earlier, you don't stop, so I know you got something to get to right now.
Yeah.
But we always ask towards the end of our podcast, and we could go on all day with this one. We might have to run this one back.
I think we're gonna have to run it back, bro.
Let's do it.
Right after we pop our
part 2, maybe.
yes, after we pop a little bit of champipple.
Oh, there we go.
The first time we popped some champipple, I want to come back and, I remember a story about Kobe Bryant, Kyrie Irving calling Kobe Bryant after he hit that jump shot and won his first championship with LeBron, and FaceTimed him from the locker room like, "That's what you was talking about. That shit worked." Like, you never get to see like that conversation between him and Kyrie and what he's talking about when he says that shit worked. But that's what you want. And so, like, I just want to watch it work and then, like, give your audience a taste of, like, what it feels like when the beautiful plan comes together. So, like, after we take care of business one of these times, and then I want to come back.
All right.
So they can know what it feels, so I can kind of show them. Because I sit high after wins. Yeah, I know y'all on to the next one, but I can sit high on a win for like 13 weeks. It just changes my whole glow. Because I do remember all the shit y'all forget very quickly. Because you have to, because you got another one coming in 7 days.
Yeah.
Right.
But I remember the 295 days it took to get there.
Well, my goal is to get 2 in a row. See how that feels. Because we've all brought home medals now, but now I want to string them together.
Hey, babe.
And I also like these 5 rings.
I don't have any problem with a little Tokyo champagne. Yes, I know motherfuckers don't want to go to China, but I will go to Tokyo and get to see and still enjoy me a set. Please believe. Can keep my ass out of China if the Olympics is there. And I have some say-so in it. Please believe. You said toward the end of your podcast you do what?
We always ask one question, and it is, what is your why? Just general, why? Why do you do what you do?
I think God gives everyone these talents. And the abomination is when you have it and you squander it. Because you tired or you want to sleep or like whatever. You start buying this concept that you need 8 hours or you're no good or whatever. Or you're scared because your money is short and you just take on this job that it's just a squandering of life. So I do it because my God does impossible things. And he demands of you as an instrument of his imagination to do everything he put you on this planet to do. And he wouldn't put you in any situation where that magic that he's given you can't be expanded, expelled, and flourished. So, like, I am compelled to because I understand my purpose, and I refuse to live against that because of fear or finance or odds. You know, the greatest thing about believing in something greater than yourself is it's beyond your concept. So creating beyond my own concept is very real to me. Accomplishing things that people say can't be done, very real to me. Doing things that work against the grain, that don't seem to work and watch them work, very real to me. Taking someone the world has given up on and driving them into some place they never even dreamed they could be, very real to me. Like, I do it because I don't know what else to do, but do it.
Love it.
Love it. Appreciate you having us here in Area 51.
Fuck yeah.
Undisclosed location.
Well, you know, you paid the fee.
I did.
Sweat,
Yeah,
little sweat, little blood. Yes,
the
sir.
workout.
Yes, sir.
You're not
Yes,
gonna be able
sir.
to
Appreciate
step
the
up in
workout.
here,
Yes, sir.
You're
Yes,
not gonna be able
sir.
to step up here and not feel it a little bit.
Not at all. I gotta feel a little
And
something.
he knows I only bring up people who are close to me.
Yes.
I don't just let anyone step up in. I mean, this is your house too, so we gotta be respectful of that.
Yeah.
When my
But I
wife
appreciate you
sees-
sharing. I know you don't always like to share with the
Well, I
world,
was
which is why I love having you on my team. That's what I want.
Sure,
I
yeah,
want
sure.
my trainer to be as competitive as I am. That's why it's tough down at USA Volleyball where everyone's training the same place. I'm like,
Right.
but you're my competition.
Right.
What's going on here? This guy,
Right.
he's on your team. He's fully invested in beating everyone else's ass.
This is
And
facts.
that's what we're trying to do.
Facts.
And but I appreciate you sharing. It's important to me, obviously, starting the show just to share with people all this stuff that I really love and what's made me fall in love with the sport, makes me keep going. So
Well,
appreciate it.
yeah, man. This last thing I'm gonna say, I'm gonna let everybody go. That situation you went through that everybody seems to pretend never happened. I lived that shit for a very long time, bro, with you. And we were at the pinnacle of our shit, bro. Me, you, and Johnny were fucking just starting to rise, really. I mean, there would be no question about this Olympics had we stayed the course. I just watched you, dog. Deal with that shit. And watch all the noise go away and all the fans go away and the game taken from you, and watch you deal with that shit. And bro, as much as I like being in the shadows, I don't know if there's anything you could ask me to do that I wouldn't do. Because I watched you deal with that shit like a dog, bro. And you rose up and bleed when there was no reason to, and challenged information when people were trying to tell you to accept it, and never stopped looking for answers. And I said, fuck, I'm riding with this guy till the wheels fall off.
Appreciate it.
Love it.
And that's why I keep driving up here, people.
Motherfucking right.
Yeah, boy.
It's all love.
It is all love,
That's what it's
yo.
all about. Thanks
Do what you
again
love
for-
out there, man.
Yes, sir.
And love what you do.
Mykel, appreciate you. Thanks
My
for the
brother.
time.
Yes,
Shoots.
truly, truly, truly.